This video breaks down two of the most dramatic men's 200-meter races, where elite performance meets the unforgiving rules of sprinting. We analyze how Kenny Bednarek dominated a world-class field with near-perfect execution, controlling every phase from the curve to the finish line. At the same time, we explore a completely different race, where Chirandi Martina crossed the line first, only to lose the victory due to a critical lane violation. Step by step, you'll see how technique, discipline, and race awareness define the final result.
Second in both of the slam races to Kenny.
Andre de Grasse, if there's a medal on the line, John, he is going to snag one. 7-time Olympic medalist, 5-time world champion. Just incredible what he's done for Canada.
Ryan Lavelle, Jamaica. Always a big contingent of Jamaican track fans here in Philadelphia when they come through. He's broken 20 in his lifetime. Udodi Onwuzurike, NCAA champ when he was at Stanford in the 200.
And I just love this addition here. Christian Coleman making his Grand Slam debut. Yeah, world champion in 2019 at 100 meters. The 100 is better event, but he's definitely had some chops here in the 200 as well.
Yep, and again, to see how things go as he's made a coaching change at age 29 and in lane 1. Tight turn, Christian Miller. Only guy that doesn't have a PR under 20 in this field, but the kid's 19, so let's give him some slack. Let's give him some time to build on that.
What a great opportunity for him to be on this track with these athletes. I mean,
set.
There's a little twist from Hughes, but he got away, but Kenny's got away strongly as well. And in fact, Kenny Bednarek has taken a meter out of Zonel Hughes around the top bend. Aaron Brown has had to watch him glide past him. Look at Coleman in lane 2. He has come to the races here. Can he maintain? No. Here goes Kenny, away and gone. Kenny wins it, 1993. Another great performance. It's just been taken to 1995. Daylight. In fact, almost a week between him and the rest. Never mind a day. It was
he said a week.
So far ahead of everybody.
1995 on this track is absolutely ridiculous, man. Like I said, I saw him doing those turns yesterday effortlessly, making up the stagger on Aaron Brown within the first 20 or 30 meters, which is a testament to the speed around the turn, because Aaron Brown is actually a really good turn runner. So I know Hughes did what he could. You know, he saw him for the entire race, literally, was behind him and saw him for the entire race, considering this track. But for Kenny to run 1995, which would be good on a normal track, is it just a testament, like I said, to the type of shape he's in, the confidence he has, and what he wants to do when he actually races the Noah Lyleses and the Lesile Tabojos.
Yeah, one or two new sprinters coming to the fore, but Tabogo is the guy, 200 Olympic champion, but Kenny just seems to be on a different level.
And dare I say this, let me just take a look right here for the last 50 meters. I really don't think he's pushing it in the last maybe 40 meters, which makes it even scarier.
But everyone talks about keep relaxed, and you run quicker. But you're right, he just does.
There's beyond relaxed sometimes. Yeah. I think he's actually saving his legs for that 100, which is strategically a good idea.
Yeah, the win in the bag. Oh, it was in the bag after about 50 meters, but really surprising to see him that far ahead of everybody else. And as you mentioned, on this track, that's super fast for Kenny. The wind actually came up at 0. There is a breeze, but by the time they go around that bend, looking at the flags on top of the old building here.
And it's cold.
It's cold, it's a little bit chilly, but just incredible. Really good. Right, so...
Los protagonistas: Mitchell Blake, Manenti, Guliev, Bokhari, Talbot, Hortelano Wilson y Churanda Martínez. Este es el británico Ned Hanel. Mitchell Blake este año ha bajado de 20 segundos, 19.95. El más rápido en este 2016 por la calle 2, el italiano Davide Manenti. A su lado, el turco Ramil Guliev.
Cuidado, uno de los rivales importantes, ¿eh? Este tiene una marca
de 19.88 de marca personal.
Solomon Bocari, no podía faltar un representante holandés. Este año 20.44.
Ha roto las apuestas, metiéndose en la final de 200 metros.
El británico Danny Talbot y a su derecha Bruno Hortelano.
Mira qué calle lleva, la calle número 6. Acaba de hacer el récord de España, 20.39 con viento en contra.
Alex Wilson, también referencia importante por la calle 7, el suizo.
Otro atleta que ha sorprendido colándose en la final.
Y busca el doblete en las pruebas de velocidad. Churanda Martín, ayer brillante campeón de los 100 lisos.
No será, en caso de que logre imponerse en los 200 metros, no será el primer doblete de la historia de los continentales, ¿no? Hay hasta 8 atletas que han conseguido ganar el 100 y el 200 en la misma edición.
Mitchell Blake, Manenti, Guliev, Bocari, Talbot, Hortelano, Wilson y Martina. España cerquita, ¿por qué no?, de conseguir su tercera presea aquí en Amsterdam 2016.
Vamos a verlo, ahí está Bruno Hortelano.
Es el holandés Churanda Martina, que corre por la calle 8.
Set.
Arranca bien Bruno Hortelano, arranca muy bien, ahí casi cogiéndole el cuerpo a cuerpo con el holandés Solomon Bocari. Vamos a meternos en los últimos 100 metros, ese final explosivo de Bruno Hortelano, que va ganando posiciones, Churanda Martina, Bruno va a ser plata, Churanda oro, doblete y segundo Bruno Hortelano. ¡Qué tarde tan magnífica! ¡Qué tarde tan magnífica para la velocidad española, Gerardo!
Madre mía. Y doblete, ¿no? Para
oro en
Churanda
100
y
y oro en 200.
¡Qué barbaridad! Y qué plata de Bruno Hortelano. Ahora, ayer hizo historia.
Hoy todavía más.
Iba a decir una barbaridad, me lo voy a callar. Espectacular Bruno Hortelano. Vamos a ver el registro de
20.45 a 6 centésimas de su nuevo récord de España.
Eso es, corriendo otra vez por debajo del anterior récord de España que tenía con 20.47. El viento no sé si ha sido a favor o en contra.
De momento no nos dan información oficial.
Bueno, Bruno Hortelano.
Pero tiene un final, la última recta de 100 es casi inmejorable.
Es tremendo, ¿no? Lo que hemos visto hoy con Sergio Fernández y con Bruno Hortelano. Ayer se convirtió en el primer español en meterse en una final de un campeonato de Europa en 100 metros y hoy se convierte en el primer velocista español de 100 y 200 que logra no solo ser finalista, sino ser medallista. Hasta la historia, únicamente David Canal en la prueba de 400 metros había logrado ser subcampeón de Europa en el año 2002.
Se van a subir al podio hoy dos españoles. De momento, porque quedan muchas carreras por delante. Y este fenómeno de la naturaleza, plus marquista español de 100 y de 200, Bruno Hortelano, que ha derrotado a Ramil Guliev, a Danny Talbot, a Solomon Bocari, al británico Mitchell Blake, gran desilusión, sexto el británico, a Davide Manenti y al suizo Alex Wilson. Lo dicho, Gerardo, los últimos 100 son de una recuperación absoluta.
Demoledores. Tiene un final absolutamente terrorífico este Bruno Hortelano, ¿eh?
Y me quedo con el estilo de Bruno por encima del de Churanda Martina, ¿eh?
Es un auténtico portento este Bruno Hortelano, ¿eh? Madre mía, cuarto en los 100 metros, subcampeón de Europa en los 200.
¿Y qué me dices de este hombre de Churanda Martina? Doblete para él, doblete para Holanda, doblete para el equipo anfitrión de este europeo.
The men's 200 meters continues to reveal just how complex and unpredictable sprinting at the highest level has become. Two races in particular, the 2025 World Athletics Grand Slam in Philadelphia and the European Championships final in Amsterdam, offer a striking comparison between dominance through execution and victory shaped by rules, discipline, and fine margins. In Philadelphia, the spotlight was firmly on Kenny Bednarek, who entered the race as the clear favorite. Known for his exceptional transition from the curve to the straight, Bednarek once again demonstrated why he is one of the most complete 200-meter runners in the world. From the moment the gun fired, his acceleration into the bend was both controlled and aggressive. Unlike many athletes who either overcommit early or hold back too much, Bednarek struck a perfect balance, allowing him to build speed progressively without compromising his mechanics. The field itself was stacked with experience and talent. Andre de Grasse brought championship pedigree, while Aaron Brown added consistency and race intelligence. Zarnell Hughes and Christian Coleman represented explosive speed, particularly in the early phases of the race. Meanwhile, athletes like Brian Level and Odudi Chuti contributed to the depth of competition, ensuring that there would be no easy path to victory. Yet despite the strength of the field, Bednarek's execution set him apart. His curve running was technically superior, hips stable, stride frequency high, and minimal lateral deviation. As he exited the bend, he was already in control, and his transition into the straight was seamless. While others began to tighten under pressure, Bednarek maintained relaxation through his upper body, allowing him to sustain top speed and gradually extend his lead. This was not just a win, it was a demonstration of how precision and rhythm can neutralize even the strongest competition. In contrast, the European Championships final in Amsterdam presented a completely different narrative. Here, the race initially appeared to be won by Churandi Martina, whose performance on the track was nothing short of exceptional. Running in front of a home crowd, Martina delivered a near-perfect race from a technical standpoint. His curve was aggressive yet controlled, and his final 100 meters showed impressive speed endurance. However, sprinting is governed not only by physical performance, but also by strict technical rules. Upon review, it was determined that Martina had stepped on the inside lane line during the bend. In championship racing, this is an automatic disqualification, regardless of how dominant the performance may have been. The decision instantly transformed the outcome of the race, shifting the victory to another athlete and leaving the stadium in a state of emotional contrast, from celebration to disappointment. This moment highlights a critical aspect of 200-meter racing. Lane discipline is just as important as speed. Unlike the 100-meter, where athletes run in a straight line, the 200 meters demands precise control through the curve. Even the slightest misstep can invalidate an otherwise perfect performance. In this case, the margins were not measured in hundredths of a second, but in centimeters. Comparing these two races reveals two fundamentally different pathways to success. In Philadelphia, victory was earned through technical mastery, efficient biomechanics, and the ability to execute under pressure. Bednarek controlled every phase of the race, leaving no room for uncertainty. In Amsterdam, however, the outcome was shaped by the intersection of performance and regulation. Martina's physical execution was arguably worthy of gold, but the rules of the sport ultimately defined the result. Together, these races illustrate the dual nature of elite sprinting. It is not enough to be the fastest. You must also be the most precise. Whether it is maintaining form under fatigue or staying within the boundaries of your lane, success in the 200 meters depends on a combination of speed, control, and discipline. As the 2025 season unfolds, one thing becomes increasingly clear. The men's 200 meters is no longer predictable. With athletes like Bednarek setting new standards of execution and races like Amsterdam reminding us of the sport's unforgiving rules, every final carries both opportunity and risk. And that is exactly what makes this event one of the most compelling in athletics today.